Seriously, Rebag is the worst. Hey guys, it's Jess from She's a Posh. Welcome back, and today I'm just going to be sharing some stories that I have found on the interwebs of ways that Rebag sucks. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a quick update on my situation. There's an update. We are waiting for the government. I know that my stuff got submitted. I know that Rebag has a few days left to respond to Pennsylvania. They were supposed to respond to New York by now. However, I have no idea when I'm going to get any information about the response. So I actually got an email from the Better Business Bureau, and in that email, they stated that my case was closing. So it got me thinking, I wonder if there's any new things that have happened. What's going on? And I just started to read through it, and I decided to share with you. I thought were very interesting. I want to get your opinions on it. Obviously, this is not from what happened to me, but I feel like I can relate because it's dealing with shipping. So these are some shipping things that I wanted to talk to you about to get your opinion. And I also thought that sharing this, if this has happened to somebody else, maybe they'll see this and they're gonna be like, oh, that's what happened. Oh my goodness, like one of those things. So let's talk about it. I'm very interested to see what you guys think. And it's kind of like, have you ever, when you're feeling kind of like down on yourself or whatever, and I'm kind of upset, like, I haven't heard anything yet. When I was younger, I would watch like The Maury Show or Jerry Springer or something like that. You're like, oh, you think your day's bad? You think your teenage angst is bad? At least your boyfriend isn't cheating on you with 15 people. It's not that I'm happy that stuff happened to other people. I'm happy that Rebag is getting called out on their BS and that things are like making sense. Like, it's not just me. They really just suck and they're terrible company. So it's just kind of like a reassurance that I'm not crazy and they suck. So I thought I'd share these with you to get your opinion. So the first one I wanted to share, I felt like related to my little bit. And this is with someone, they actually purchased something from Rebag, and they got it and they said that they ordered a ring and the box came empty. When they filed a complaint, they said, Rebag said that they had footage showing the ring was in the box when shipping. So I asked them to share the footage with me so I could file a claim to the shipping company, and they have gotten absolutely no response. Basically, it is the opposite, whereas mine, I sent to them, and if you want the saga, it's up there, but mine I sent to them and they told me it arrived empty to them, but this is the reverse. Their response on this is that they reviewed their security footage, this famous footage they have that they've never shared with anybody else, confirms the right box is right before the box is placed in the shipping packaging and sealed with security tape. Remember, they're so sticklers on the tape. The package was then shipped out to you via redacted, so we're assuming that's FedEx, which you confirmed received in good order and completely untampered with. So this is the reverse of what happened to me. So interesting, Rebag. FedEx is saying that you believe FedEx in this scenario, that it is untampered with, and they got it. So basically they got it, they didn't complain about it being damaged or anything like that, and the box was empty, right? But for my scenario, FedEx said, you didn't complain, the box was in pristine condition, it didn't arrive damaged, now you don't believe FedEx. Interesting here. And he said, unfortunately, we can't help file a claim with the shipping company after reviewing all the videos. They're not gonna do anything. It arrived empty. They have no idea what happened. So basically they're saying that this person lied, or they said, should you suspect any person in your household of the theft, kindly contact law enforcement. Bye, we got your cash money, we don't care. Isn't that so funny? So I found that interesting, where when it's the reverse and they have said something that is empty, then it's not FedEx, it's not them. They've got the video footage. They trust FedEx completely because FedEx is saying, hey, this was pristine, we delivered this well. But on my end, when FedEx said we delivered it, they accepted it, they signed the package, all the stuff, the reverse, they don't believe it, it's lies. The video footage that they don't have and they can't share. Ugh, I just thought you would find that very interesting here. Speaking of FedEx, they just delivered a package. Oh, so here's another one. So this isn't necessarily shipping, but this one reminded me of how my stuff almost got sold without me allowing it to be sold. It said, I had originally initiated a trade and sent my bags in. The offer was accepted, but then I had changed my mind. So I emailed the company and asked if I could change my trade to a sell option. And they said yes, but it was confusing for them. So Rebag doesn't allow, if you initiate a trade with them and you cancel that trade, they will only give you store credit. They will not give you cash or anything like that. I got store credit and I said I responded to customer service and I was told there was nothing they could do. And they said I cannot cancel the transaction. So basically they said that I'm sorry, we have your bags now and they're held hostage and you can't get them back. And this is back on, this person complained this August. Like, this is recent, guys. The other one was from August. All this stuff is recent. And so they said, it's like, listen, I'm sorry, we can't give you it. So let's see the response here. We offer 3 options. Again, they're talking about this. And if you have a trade, that same thing happened to me. I canceled a trade and then they're going to give me the credit for it. And when I found out they weren't going to pay me for the other bag, I wanted to cancel everything. They got rid of my credit, but they were keeping my bags. It's almost like, it's like, listen, I'm sorry. It's our property now. As soon as you ship it to us and we sign it, like, we control it. And my lawyer did tell me it is so tricky, possession laws and things like that, that I have a feeling that Rebag understands all that stuff and they manipulate it to their will. They're going to do, so as I'm reading this one, Rebag decided they would do a one-time exception for this person. Like, what the hell, Rebag? Why did you do that for me? Here is the other shipping one I have for you. So this person had bought a bag and it arrived to them and it wasn't in the condition they stated. They said there was a literal hole in the bag. And luckily this wasn't one of the trickeries where they say, hey, we can't accept this because it's a final sale. It wasn't like that. So she goes, okay, I'm going to go ahead and return this item. It has a hole in it. I returned it the very next day. Do you know that Rebag charged her, they gave her a refund and charged her $54 for the shipping both ways. Charged her for shipping, them shipping the bag to her, and the bag being returned to them per their policy, even though she got a bag that had a hole in it and was described without having a hole in it. The audacity, Rebag, that you have for doing that to someone. Where this person ordered something July 2nd. It was a pair of earrings that were $325. The order was allegedly delivered on Saturday, July 8th by Redacted. We're going to assume that's FedEx. And I did not receive the order. The order note left with the FedEx delivery confirmed stated. And the proof of delivery does not include a signature, even though a signature was required. So basically it said it was delivered. She said, I never got it. And there wasn't a signature. And there was supposed to be a signature. So this is something with FedEx. FedEx delivered it to the wrong person because when you do a signature, they have to get your last name and FedEx didn't have it. So they're admitting, hey, this is not proper procedure. So this is technically not shipped to you. They said that this is not proof of delivery, but Rebag says this is proof of delivery. They tried to file a claim with the shipper, but the shipper said, no, you didn't purchase this. Rebag has to do it. So then they reach out to Rebag and Rebag says, no, there's nothing we can do. There's proof of delivery, even though FedEx is saying, yes, we screwed up. You can file a claim. But Rebag already got the cash for this. So why would they file a claim? Why would they? They already got your money and they're not giving you your money back. They said that the lost package procedures in order to provide me with a refund and there's nothing they can do. And they said, we're sorry to hear about your situation, but we need to conduct a proper investigation with Redacted, which is FedEx most likely, as there is proof of delivery. I wonder if it's going to be like a similar investigation to my investigation where they just don't call. Because they already have their money. Why would they call? And let's get to the latest one that I read through Instagram. And guys, this one was juicy. If I had pearls, I would be clutching them. This poor person has been dealing with them since May. And this complaint with the Better Business Bureau, she had posted just a couple weeks ago. So what happened to her is she was doing a trade, like I was, sent a bag in, and this bag legitimately got lost by FedEx. It got lost by FedEx. And it was actually noted as damaged. So basically what FedEx said with me, if something arrived damaged, that would be it. And it wasn't able to be delivered. So FedEx said that, a claim could be filed on this, but Rebag is the one that had to file a claim. So she contacted Rebag back, I believe this was May when she sent it in. June, she contacted Rebag about it. And they said they would conduct their investigation with FedEx or whatever. So she hadn't heard anything. She's contacting FedEx and haven't heard anything because all that stuff takes freaking forever. And then in August of this year, her husband actually calls FedEx, and it's hard sometimes to get them to give you an answer. And you sometimes just have to find the right representative. So for me, I actually called my store. I called my local store and they gave me the local hub person, because we actually have a hub here that does the shipping, like I think it was ground shipping, to get me some information. They contact FedEx and this FedEx person says, you know, there can't be a claim put on this particular thing because there's already a claim on it and it's been paid out. They said Rebag filed a claim back in June and they have since been paid out for it. And we sent them a check for $512, which probably is way less than what the Louis Vuitton was worth. But we sent them a check for $512. It should have got it by now, but maybe you should just wait and see, you know, Rebag should maybe send you a check for it because we paid them. They contact Rebag about it like, hey, we know you got a check and all this stuff. And then Rebag sends them an email and says, unfortunately, FedEx denied the claim. Rebag said FedEx denied the claim. But we know from them what they said when they looked up the numbers. And I tend to believe this person because of what happened to me. Like, it is hard to get the information if you're not the one that had purchased the label. And if you can't file a claim, if it doesn't come from you. So they told them, we know you got a check. And they said, we never got a check. That never happened. That's all. FedEx is a bunch of liars, except when they deliver packages for us and they say that everything was fine with it, even though the box arrived empty, that everything was fine. So FedEx is amazing. Like, it is disgusting what they're doing. They took the check. And why did they file a claim? They didn't file a claim for the girl's ring that was lost. They didn't file a claim with the girl that had a non-signature and it showed that it wasn't delivered. FedEx says, yes, you can file a claim for that. We didn't get a signature. That is our fault. Definitely file a claim for that. And Rebag said, no, we can't file a claim. Why? Because they already got the money from you. This one, they were supposed to be getting a trade. They saw an opportunity to get some money. They got $512 and they didn't do anything and they didn't give it to this person. They got a check for the money and never paid out this person. So it doesn't even matter if they have insurance. If Rebag does get insurance again, they're going to just tell you that it was denied and not give you the cash. This is disgusting. I know this is all alleged and I know, but I know. Don't you kind of like, sorry, I'm getting all heated, but I can't imagine what that person felt like. Like, they probably trusted Rebag. They thought they were doing everything right. And to find out that Rebag lied to you, filed a claim, told you that it was denied when you found out that they got a check for your property and they're still to this day refusing it. Rebag responded to that with a famous, we never received your item, so we can't pay for something that we never received. They are not talking about the item. We know you never received it because FedEx said it wasn't received and a claim was done. What we're saying is you received a check for my property. And technically Rebag isn't doing anything illegal, right? They're the ones that paid for the insurance. They're the ones that paid for the shipping. They're the ones that get the check, right? They don't legally have to give you the check, right? So how many times do you think that they have done this to people? I've only gone back a couple months. This is absolutely utterly disgusting in my book. I want to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think about these that I shared with you? Let me know if you want more videos like this. I don't have to just do Rebag. I will look up other businesses. I just feel like you need to hold these businesses to higher standards, especially people are paying money for things and people are doing shady things like this. Let's bring their attention to it. Because I'm sorry, like when I would think that my package is insured, right? If I thought my package was insured, that gives you a sense of security. But wait a second, it doesn't matter. If that company doesn't legally have to pay me for that, what the hell? Is that really insurance? And I know that Fashion File does insurance and they have paid out people. They get a claim and they pay people out. They're different. That's why they're more successful than Rebag will ever be, because Rebag's not going to do that. Now, Rebag is officially partnered with ThredUp to sell some of their items. And that makes sense because Rebag's hurting. So they need to put themselves on another platform to try to con other people. It's getting to the point where they're on eBay, they're on Poshmark, they're on Vestiaire Collective, They are like, they're on all these different platforms. They say they're partnerships, but basically they're just on the platform selling their own crap like anybody else can do. I sell my stuff on ThreadUp as well. I send it in, they take pictures for me, and I decide the prices and all that stuff. That's what it is. They were making a big deal how they're doing this, but basically they're hurting because of all the crap that they're doing. They have to put themselves on all these platforms. Fashionphile isn't on all these platforms. Wonder why. I just had to share that with you. That is ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching and hope to see you again. Bye, guys.